Hi, my name is Eric Daw from OmniFit, and folks, I got one piece of equipment today that I believe if you are 55 and over, you need to add to your workout. Do you have posture issues, balance issues? Do you have parts of your body that is not always so aligned? Hands up if you do. Well, if this is you, this piece of equipment you must add to your workout. But before we get into all of that stuff, let's get into it. So folks, you may have seen one of these before. They may be in the corner of your gym. They may be thrown into a bucket. They may be somewhere in your gym or your home that you don't even know where to find them half the time. This is a little Theraband that you can put anywhere around your body. So we know about the long Therabands, the long bands, but do you use a knee band or a band you put around your ankles or a band you put around your hips? The reason why I say this is these bands are really effective to working things like your posture, with your instability in your body and your balance. So how do they work? Well, first I have 3 exercises, and the first one is all about if you have issues with your posture or shoulders or anything in your upper body. This band is effective by putting your hands right in between and keeping the tension on your band going forward and backwards. Just being in this position, going about 2 seconds out and 2 seconds in, keeping the tension on your band, you can feel it working all of the shoulder muscles and your back muscles as you're bringing it towards and away from you. And then of course our body moves in more than one direction. You can stay here, you can go up and down if you want to, or you can even make a combination of the two. You can go up and down and then forward and backwards. Main thing you can do, folks, is just keeping the tension on the band, works the back, works the shoulders, and works your posture at the same time. So exercise 1 is putting your hands in the band. So folks, you may have noticed the band is lower. Why is it lower? It's because it's to work our outer hips. Why our outer hips, Eric, you may be asking? Well, our outer hips for a lot of people, once you get over 55, typically get weak. Those muscles are called your gluteus medius, AKA your butt. And when people have a weak butt, it affects their squatting, their knees will fall in or cave in when they squat, or it affects their balance. And what do we need as we get older? We need balance. So as you have your band around your ankle, like I have mine, what I'd recommend you do is start taking some walking. But not forward, but let's go sideways. By stepping sideways and walking this way, keeping our upper body tall, I'm actually working those outer hips. And what I want you to notice is those toes are pointed forward. They're not pigeon toes. I'm not out here. I want to focus on keeping those toes pointing forward. I can take about 20 or 30 steps out to one way, and then of course I want to work both sides, 20, 30 steps the other way. If you do it long enough, and if the band has good enough tension, you should feel those outer hips working. Outer hips working. I can feel mine, but you can feel those outer hips working. So exercise number 2 for the exercise or the piece of equipment you need to add is this one. So folks, I'm lower, but the band is higher. It's actually above my knees now. I'm on the ground. What am I doing on the ground? Well, what I'm doing on the ground is for this piece of equipment you need to add for this exercise is the band around the knees. So why is the band here? So one of the best exercises you can do, I don't care if you're 55, 5, or 105, is a bridge. Because it again works that posterior chain or those glutes. So when you have the band here, a great thing to add to a bridge is a band around the knees. And as you're bridging, you keep the band here because what is it working? The gluteus medius that we know many people have an issue or weakness with. So what do we do? Once we have our band here, we're going to keep our feet or knees hip width apart and drive, pause for a second, and then go back down. Pull up, pause for a second, back down. We're gonna breathe out, pause for a second, drive our hips up, and back down. What you should notice is that as you're doing it, the hips are engaging more, or the gluteus medius are engaging more. Exercise you need to add, and piece of equipment in particular you need to add to your workout. Point number 3. So folks, do you have one of these? If you don't, I would definitely recommend going out and getting one. The great things about these bands is they come in varying different tensions. So if this tension is too hard for you, get one that's lighter. If it's too light, get one that's heavier. The main thing I'm trying to get across is you can work within your ability regardless of the band type. So get plenty of them. Get at least a couple of them. On that note, this is Eric Daw from OmniFit. If you like more videos about particular pieces of equipment, let me know in the comments below. On that note, take care.